I'm sitting here. I'm taking a nice walk today because the weather's beautiful. A little chilly actually, because it's like 61. um, no, but what I wanted to say is I was sitting here thinking I had a moment of mental clarity, which seems, God, is that tricky, mental clarity, you know? Because it's so hard, we're so delusioned to see the truth. That's why drugs sometimes help, because if you're looking for help, because they give you another perspective, truly, on the situation or your situation that you're going through. If you choose to see it that way. So, but this one was not drug induced. This was more just sober and taking a walk. And I saw, I've been thinking about my situation, registering as a sex offender and the whole trial and the court. I've been thinking about it a lot lately. What my position is, what my position was, and what my level of guilt was, and all. I'm honestly trying to take a look, and it's hard to do it honestly. But I had just a revelation about the situation and how screwed I got, truly. And here's why. Because I was involved with a girl whose main objective, dysfunctional objective. Now, okay? Now listen, because here she is on a trust fund from Dad. All she's got to do is behave and pretty much, stay out of trouble, and she gets that money and people to help her and clean up after her mess all the time. So by the time I met her, being 38 years old, she had been to hell and back 7 times probably. Her therapy appointments were jacked up to 2 times a week. She was presently under a conservatorship with her dad to keep her out of jail for an attack she had recently done on her ex-boyfriend. Then I come into the picture. And you got to understand what's happening here. She is hurt deeply, deep wounds, and is angry at men. She's had 20 years of prostitution in Hollywood with high-class dates. And a lot of relationships, a lot. So she knows how to handle men. She knows. I didn't have a chance in hell, okay? And I see that now. And I wasn't trying to fight it. I didn't want to, because I wasn't trying to win. I truly, really was, and I was self-delusioned and delusioned about the whole thing. But I was trying to really, truly have an experience to the best of my ability, to love her to the best of my ability, and maybe, just maybe, we might get lucky enough to do something worthwhile. It might just work. You never know, right? And so that's where I was coming from. I don't think that was her position. I believe now that she knew that she was going to put me in the position that she did. 2 days before I got arrested with her, she had specifically told me in the parking lot of a sex shop, when we were discussing fantasies, and she said hers was to be raped. Now, we were already having very rough sex, already. I mean, I couldn't see how, what we were doing I couldn't see how I could fulfill this fantasy because we were already doing it. I was slapping her hard. You got to understand, she enjoyed this. So I didn't understand how to do this, and she knows that I'm an actor, and I'm a real actor. I study all kinds of methods, and I went to school for acting. I have my bachelor's in acting, went to conservatory in New York City for acting. I take it seriously. So to me, to enjoy sex, there has to be truth behind it. And I told her that from the beginning. I don't like doing these things when it takes me so far out there because it hurts me. Deep down, I'll come if it's. I can do it no matter what you want. I can hit that character and hit that situation, but there's a price to be paid, and I know that. So when she said that, it just automatically planted in my head. It was just a countdown of when that was going to happen, and I had to wait for the right choice, the right time, place to do it, so that it could be done with authenticism, in a way that was true to me and to her. And I had a list of things. It couldn't do some things. I didn't want to hurt her, in the ways that it would produce any type of damage or anything, or any type of physical harm. But I had to produce this situation. And I found it. It didn't take long at all, and it was like 2 days later after that, things were escalating, and we were arguing, and she purposely let something hanging out of her pocketbook, which was it had my name on it. It was a court document, and it was about me, and she was filing a restraining order on me. And I opened it up and I read it, and you know what? It was full of lies. It really was. And oh my God, I was pissed. And you gotta understand, also, here's another element in play here. Here's what's happening. Her friend, her best friend, or boss, or mentor, caretaker, who's employed by her father to make sure that she stays in line and doesn't fuck up, she is guiding her because she knows that we're bad together, that we should not be together. And I agree with that. We shouldn't have been, because we were lethal. It was toxic as hell. And she led her by the hand to the court because she would have never done it, because it required lying and putting, it just required a lot of, so she followed her lead and she did it. You gotta understand, she's the one that actually called 911 as well, her girlfriend, not Cindy. Because Cindy would never do it because of the guilt, because she knew that she was leading me there. We were both willing, for crying out loud. That's why it hurt so bad when I went through the whole fucking process, court, everything. And in the end, she never showed up for me. Never showed up but you know what? I see, it's all right. It still hurt, but I see how necessary that was for me to be in the place that I am now, which is I would never go near her again. I have no appetite at all for who or what she is. And I had to go through what I had to go through to get that taste. And that's God right there. So I thought I'd share that with you.